Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about this guy right here, Euthia, Torment of Resurrection from Deluxe Games. Now this is a strategic RPG, sandbox style game where you travel around a map as a hero and you can mine and fight monsters and develop yourself and learn different skills and find treasure, complete quests, all that kind of stuff that you would typically find in a game like this. Now the reason I'm talking about Euthia again, we've done an unboxing and I hope to do some content on the game later on as well, is that it's, well, resurrected. This game was originally kickstarted back in 2020. Do you remember 2020? It was a good year. It seems like a lot of people were talking about Euthia, excited about it. This is an old school computer RPG on your table. You'd be at home in Euthia if you grew up playing games like Heroes of Might and Magic. $458,000 helping to bring this to life, and people were excited about it. Not only were they excited about it and playing it, they were excited about more. And Deluxe Games launched a Kickstarter earlier this year for some additional content, for deluxe components, all the things you typically see in a crowdfunding space these days. But the campaign was canceled. They raised something along the lines of $500,000 and weren't able to finish the project because they didn't think that was going to be enough. And they had a number of days to go on the campaign. So needless to say, a lot has gone on in the world of Euthia, and people have been talking about it for most of this summer. Well, the reason I'm filming this video is because Euthia is back. And it is partnered with Steamforged Games to bring back their campaign for the additional content. So I thought we'd sit down today and then look at what Steamforged and Deluxe have to offer in this new additional content crowdfunding campaign. So here we have the original Euthia Torment of Resurrection campaign on Kickstarter. As I mentioned before, here are the backers, here's the amount of money that was pledged, and here's what you got if you did the original campaign. The typical stuff here, why back now? I ended up just doing the miniature pledge. I didn't get all this extra stuff, so I for one was excited about doing the second campaign on GameFound. I just really wanted some of these bags and these component holders and towers because there is a lot in this box. A lot. That was the original campaign, and here we go. This is what I launched earlier this year. This is a Euthia reprint and Fierce Powers campaign, and as you can see here, the project was canceled back on May 5th. Of 2022, which is almost 2 years to the day that they launched the original campaign. I was following it, no funds were collected, but as you can see, possibly, well, yeah, they didn't have their total amount raised, but it was a large number of money. I believe it was close to $500,000 pledged to this. And I just want to show you, well, here you have a lot of people who are just really excited about the game. You can tell they were liking it. And I just want to show you the amount of stuff they were trying to do in this reprint campaign earlier this year. They had 4 total boxes of content they were doing. You have an ultimate bundle with all this stuff right here. My goodness. All the Fierce Powers unlocks. Here's the ultimate bundle. It's going to cost you like $400 or $500 to do everything. You could just do Fierce Powers. You could just do where is it? The new content, this Crawling Shadows campaign. Yeah, and then here's the all-in bundle. Yeah, so just a lot going on. And you can kind of see, or at least it seems like now that we know this project was canceled, that they were just trying to do a lot, perhaps even too much. I don't really know what it takes to make a game like this, so I can't quite speak to that. But man, it just seems like a ton was going into what was already a really small company's workload. And so they canceled it, and that was it. So this campaign didn't finish. They couldn't get any of this stuff. And they really didn't give any kind of indication that they would be back or try to vitalize the campaign or anything. Until just last week, they announced with a partnership with Steamforged. And oh my goodness, here we go. Wow. So here we go. Euthia has been resurrected. They're incredibly excited to announce that they've partnered with Deluxe Games to resurrect the crowdfunding campaign so this incredible fantasy sandbox board game can live. And they're returning to Kickstarter, I guess, so not using GameFound, on July 26th, and as of the recording of this video, it'll be sometime next week. about 6 days from now. Here's the full announcement from Steamforged. They're incredibly excited to announce that Euthia is coming back to life. They've partnered with DIA to resurrect the crowdfunding campaign so the board game can live on. And it'll return to Kickstarter on July 26th. It held at 8.8 on BGG, so again, a lot of people were excited about it, liked it, and it was canceled this May after raising over $500,000 in just 2 days. Yeah, so it was pretty quick, and then a few days later, they just canceled it, which was just, again, it was very strange, very sudden, not expected at all. So with Steamforged's support, DIA are now able to realize their dream of becoming a full-time development studio and can continue their work on design and development of Euthia to bring the game back to life with exciting new expansion. So Steamforged is basically taking a publisher role here, and they're not developing the game, so DIA can just focus on the development studio themselves. And to be fair, they were vocal about this during the development of the original box of Euthia. And again, it was a small team, and they were not only serving as developer, trying to make a compelling and fun game, they were actually publishing it and worrying about shipping and all this stuff, especially in this time. That was a challenge. So I think we'll look over now at the new campaign. Right, so here is the update that went out to GameFound followers of the previous campaign. And you can see here that it looks like Fierce Powers and Crawling Shadows are going to be combined in one box, which, if you ask me, is a smart move. As we saw in the campaign that DIA themselves launched in May, it seems like that was just a lot. So they're back with some news from Steamforged Games. And let's see what they are telling us here. So they're combining 2 expansions. As a special thank you from us, anyone who pledges core above will get a free hero conversion kit that turns Adragor Soul Reaper, formerly the bad guy Necromancer, into a playable character, which is cool. So what are they changing? They want to make sure that Euthia reaches their door, so that can happen. We need to make some changes on the production and publishing side using our experience of successful bringing board games to life. From a production standpoint, it just wasn't viable. Yeah, and they've combined products, streamlined pledge levels without sacrificing any gameplay content. So again, seemed like wisdom there. And that's something that Steamforged, I'm sure, has encouraged them to do. So Euthia in this particular campaign will just have 3 main SKUs or main products, to use their words here. So we'll have the core game that you can get. You can do Fierce Powers and the Crawling Shadows combo expansion, or you can just get the Deluxe Expansion. So the core game will be just the core game. It's going to come with the Minis Pack, Griffin Expansion, and the Elementals Expansion and the custom dice, which is cool. A combo expansion that's going to give you Crawling Shadows and Fierce Powers, and the Minis Pack from Fierce Powers, and the Deluxe edition is going to have all the Deluxe component upgrades in one box. 2 new expansions designed for backers of their original 2020 campaign. The expansions backers can add content they're missing to their existing Euthia game without getting extra things they don't need. So there you can get the Dragon Slayer Towers expansion and the Elementals expansion. They love minis, but not everyone else does. So all standees are going to be included in the core game and combo expansion. So that's cool. They're kind of upgrading their process in mini making as well. And in the Deluxe expansion, you're going to get a full set of the card organizer towers, tile organizer towers, dual player boards for all heroes, including the Necromancer, metal coins, the bag, tile bags, dice bags, standees, and the plastic trays. They're also going to have vac trays for storage included in the boxes. Yeah, so here are the new pledge levels. Returning backers, core game, and all-in pledge. So good stuff. Like I said, it feels like these are some smart moves they're making to scale down the production. And there you have it. Just a quick look at Euthia Resurrected. What do you think? Are you interested in returning to the land of Euthia? Are you a little gun shy because of the canceled campaign? I'm not quite sure myself. And really haven't even taken the time to dive into Euthia yet. So I'm not sure if I need new things. What I really just want are those storage options. So let me know in the comments if you're excited about Euthia coming back, if you're skeptical, and everything in between. Thanks so much for watching this update, and we'll see you next time on Save Your Game.